pick a card reading. If nobody knows me, I am a channeler, seer. I've seen spirit and been guided pretty much all my life, seen multiple different beings, extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, elementals from the fairy worlds, and I'm saying seen them with my own eyes. I've had experiences going to Uluru with David Icke, meeting Cherokee elders that's talked to me telepathically. My whole life story is now being slowly put out there on YouTube for anyone that's interested. I think I'm up to number 5. And that'll be talking about the visitations from the Anunnaki and that. So all of the information that I've been given, I finally got to the stage where I feel I can share that wisdom with other people. I feel the energy has shifted on Earth and the Earth frequency enough for me to share this information with other people now. I don't feel as afraid anymore because the energy has shifted since I really believe pretty much this year. So that's why I'm coming forward now with no fear. So in saying that, I've got a channel message that I found. This one was channeled a wee while ago, but I really I can't remember saying it, and it's something that was really important. And if I did say it, sorry, but I'm going to bring it up again because I feel it's necessary for the moment, at this moment, for everybody to hear. So this one was actually channeled on the 31st of January 2021. And so I'll be bringing that up in a mo. And it's pretty powerful, pretty cool. And I'll also be... Hey, Moon. Sorry, I just clicked on my chat. Hey, Genevieve. Beautiful to see you guys. I feel like it's been ages. I've been focusing on my classes, my new classes with QEC and doing all of that. There's a lot more work involved with it than I thought. Hi, Stephen. Yeah, so I'll start off with that message in a moment. I just also want to say that I have a website. My website is www.codes2anew-reality.com, and it has a lot of things on there because I was a musician as well. So I was a singer-songwriter. So I have all of my songs that I recorded. Most of them have like meaning, some sort of message in them because that's just who I am. A lot of artwork of the new earths that I've been showing and where I was guided to, so I can bring those frequencies here on earth. Hey, Moon. Yes, it's very colorful and a really lovely place to explore. I have some of my stories written out as well as the video vlogs. I have a lot of channel messages. So if you go into the channel messages, you can scroll down and you'll just see a lot of them. I also have these 2 books for sale. So this is Jonah and Kitty, The Timekeeper's Void. This is for 10 years and up, but probably more of a woken 10 years, somebody that's into the spiritual side of things. This is about bringing 2 dimensions together, the elemental world and the humans part that they play in that. Lots of adults have read it and they really loved it because there's quite a bit of information in it that I've actually experienced as well. I call it faction. And this is Imagine Holding Hands. So my beautiful daughter put on the front. I did everything with these books apart from print them. So I took all of the photographs and I created all of the artworks. And I put it all together. So we've got like the writing is like this, very easy to get the kids into their imagination and thinking of what they can create on this beautiful planet. So that's what that's about. And there's a couple of exercises at the back of that as well that they can do to kickstart their imagination and just let them know that it's okay to use it, because 100 years ago, 3 lovely logical men decided that education needed to chop the imagination out of humanity by the age of 10. And because of that, we have become even more logical in our reality, and that's how they can, keep controlling us, because logic needs somebody to be in charge, and we've given our power away. So this from now on, it's all about taking our power back and becoming our own little sovereign beings and creating the reality that we love. I'll just take a cup of tea because I just woke up, so excuse that. Just getting into that channel message. Okay, this was done on, like I said, the 31st of January 21. And the question was, who am I? And the answer that was given, that I channeled through, is you are your true self when you are the happiest you can be, as this is your true essence. The more you give yourself this happiness, the more you return back to your soul knowing. And in reflection, all that surrounds you in your reality has concurred to that self-acceptance. Thus, you begin to create a new earth from inside out as others see your self-worth and strive to become the same. You not only stand in your power of who you are at every moment, you also no longer give those who want to bring you down any power of yours, totally ignoring them, knowing that the multiverse has your back as you do. This may seem like escapism to those who are stuck in their unhappy minds with their life reflected in tatters while being controlled by others. But it matters not for you, for you are in a happier state of mind and become more and more of what you wish, igniting new neurons in your brain and DNA that are leading you to be able to protect that happiness in the form of self-healing, especially because your soul is happy to be in your body and wants to protect it so it can keep living this experience for as long as it desires, giving you longevity as well. This isn't about ignoring your emotions or denying them, as this would be lying to yourself. No, this is about accepting all emotions and embracing them to a point of allowing your energies to flow and glide you through the landmines, so to speak, of other people's lower frequencies. When you sense a negative vibration, you can suss it out as to whether you're able to shift it by holding your higher frequency, or to leave and allow them to go through their lesson needed for their own self-growth, as you know that taking your vibration away will give them more clarity of how low they truly are. All of this comes with maturity and holding happier frequencies. So I thought that was a beautiful channel message. And also I've really been given lately this picture in my mind, and it's come up a few times where people have had negative, people around them, and they didn't know what to do, and they try to help them, but it didn't really work, and they just kept bringing them down, and they lose their frequencies, their happy frequencies. And I like you to picture, if that's your case, a well. And usually in the old days, we would have gone down a few steps in that well to try to help them and give them a hand up. But what I'd like you to do from now on, if this helps in any manner, because this is what Spirit showed me, is when someone's stuck in a lower frequency, picture them in the well, and they're down the bottom, and then you are at the top, shining your light so bright. Now, whenever they see that bright glimpse out of the peripheral of their vision, they're like they actually manifest the next step for them to come up. So every time they see that light, they manifest another step, and they might end up meeting somebody who's just a little bit above them in frequency, who shows them the next step and then the next step. And you are just holding that light, because before all of this happened, Spirit was the thing that held its light for me to find the next steps up. And now we are going to be their spirit. We're going to be their guides to shine our light at the top of the well, to help them realize that there is actually more, that there's somebody happier in this world that they can strive to be like and become, in their world. So that's what I would suggest. If you do have somebody just, you know, just walk away, but keep shining your light, keep being the happiest you can, unless you feel you can hold your frequency and they're ready to see that and shift up. Most of the time, if they're too low, you would have to drop your frequency to just above theirs to bring them up. So that means you have to go down the well. They're saying to me, don't do that anymore. Just stand at the top of that well and shine your light as bright as you can. Be the spirit for them to strive to be more of. Hey, Karen. So that's the message for today. I hope you love that one. And I will be doing a couple of one-off pick a card readings to see where we're going in our energies and what we maybe need some help with and that sort of thing. Sorry, I have to have my cup of tea, and I got up a little late this morning, and I've got to kind of fit it in before the girls wake up. So it's all one of those divine timing things. You just have to put up with me having a sip of my tea. So we have a few people here. We have Genevieve Masters, and Moon, and Stephen. Who would like to have a card read? I have quite a few cards. So we have the Voice of Knowledge, which I love this pack. We have my usual tarot. These ones are cool because the holographic. I'll show you. See the holographic. How awesome are these? These are my new pack. And then I have the Star Temple. Gorgeous oracle cards. They always leave me. Oh, I just saw my shamanic ones, my spirit animal guides. Yeah, I have quite a few actually. I have a whole heap that are still sitting over there, my Osho cards. Okay, so one-off cards would be lovely. Moon, let's see for you. So what does Spirit want to tell Moon? And I also feel with you to get an animal spirit card. Okay, I'll do the Osho first. Okay, Moon, you've got two cards that popped out for you. Moon, you're in the middle of rebirthing yourself and coming back to coming back to who you were. Now, with this card, I just want to bring up a story because it's come up for me for a reason. And the story was, it's about me. It's something that I think you could learn from to help you guide you to this rebirth of who you truly are. Because there's a sleeping camel, there's the roaring lion, and then there's the true essence of who you are. And the roaring lion is I feel where you're at now. It's like I need to be noticed, I need to be me, I need to be me, I need to be me. That's the feeling I'm getting for you. So what I'm going to just explain to you is a story that happened to me. When I was going through that roaring lion stage, I had to go back and find out where I was becoming, where I was losing myself. And I found a place when I was only about 3 or 4 years old. I was on a merry-go-round. And this is for real. I was really on one of those merry-go-rounds, you know, the ones with the horses and all of that, a carousel. And my parents were watching on the sideline. It was dark. It was night. Now, up till then, I hadn't felt like I had any attention from my parents. I felt I was scared of the dark. I never felt worthy enough. And what happened this night is my parents obviously went to find my sister, who probably was a bit lost. And I was stuck on this carousel, and I could not get off because I was very tiny and the horse was very big. And the man came round for more money, and I had no money. And I felt like he was going to chuck me off, but he didn't. But he said, oh, we'll get you on the next round, and he let me go. But I was bawling my eyes out, really unhappy, felt unworthy, felt like my parents didn't care, felt scared in the dark because I didn't know where they were. So all my life, these patterns were happening where I was scared of the dark, where I felt unworthy, where I felt like I didn't have any money, you know, or wasn't worthy enough of abundance or anything like that. So when I was around 40 years old, I decided, because I was this kind of graspy person that wanted attention and wanted this and wanted that, and I decided I'm going to clear all this. I want to become the innocence of who I am. And I went back to that story. I found that story of where the feelings come from, and how you can do that is when something comes up that you don't feel like you're being you, the true essence of who you are, you can go back and as far as you possibly can to when you were a kid. Sometimes it goes beyond when you were a kid. Sometimes it goes into a past life thing, but that's okay. You just use your imagination. Go back. If you think it's in a past life, just go, you know what? I'm just using my imagination to fill in the gaps of the story. Doesn't matter if it's real or not. It's the feeling that we need to get to. And then I went back to that carousel, and I saw myself as this vulnerable, scared child, not being protected by my parents. And then I went, you know what? I'm going to change the story, because I'm looking back at it now from a more mature person who I am now, right? And all the lessons I've learned. And I said, I'm going to look at this story as, what would a rebel boy be? I mean, you might choose something else, but you're coming from maturity here of seeing it from a different perspective. And I changed the little girl into a little boy and went, what would a little boy do? He would go, oh my God, free ride. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So then then the boy's going, that's so cool, I got a free ride. And then from then on, after I left that, because I kind of went into this meditation and figured this all out, from then on, people started giving me free things. I was just getting free things willy-nilly. I was starting to be able to accept things of myself. I wasn't so worried about my mum and dad not being there. I was standing on my own 2 feet. So I'd shifted the story in my brain so it didn't keep repeating and repeating and repeating. So that was the thing that I had to get on, had to bring up with you, Moon, and I hope that that helps you. Sorry if I stayed stuck on that one for a bit, these one-off card readings, but Spirit wants to tell something. Spirit wants to tell something. So it's been told. Yeah, so Moon, I hope that helps you a heap in your next step of becoming that beautiful, beautiful, innocent person that can just sing and dance and be who you want for you, not for somebody else. Thanks, Kylie. Kylie said wonderful wisdom. Really appreciate that. Okay, so we have, let's do you, Kylie. You're next. Kylie South Davison. Okay, so I'm going to pick Kylie. You know what? I'm drawn to pick one of these beautiful cards for you. This is the Star Temple pack for you. That I've been telling me that you need to, there's some connections that are wanting to be, and it really popped out for you. Hang on. Oh, sorry, it fell on the floor. There's some connections that I'm feeling for you from higher benevolent beings that are wanting to connect with you. And also, Kylie, you are coming into a place of passion, of love, internal love. Now, I'll read that for you because it's shining on it. It's number 11, so if 11 means anything to you, they've told me to say that. You are manifesting. 11 to me is, I'm an 11, and my peak number is 11, my ruling number is 11, everything's 11 for me. I'm an 11. It really, to me, it means that you are learning to create your own reality from the inside out, and you're becoming more in that love space for yourself. Please don't let anybody take you out of that love space. If there's someone around you that maybe did you wrong or something like that, and you keep bringing that up in your mind, just let it go, because you're on the right path. It's the Moonstone Star, passion. I am entering a porthole of euphoric love, and it starts with the inner self, starting with the inner you of who you are, and that inner being that you are. Yeah, sorry, I'm just being distracted by the other card that was on the bottom of the pack, which I think I'll have to bring up as well. So the passion is starting from the inner self, and it's starting to bleed outwards. So I'm not sure if you're with somebody and whether that partner is actually going to, bring more in for you, that passion and desire of who you truly are and what you deserve, or whether you're bringing in somebody. But whatever it is, the passion is going to start coming more and more towards you through self-love, and you're doing the work. You're doing so well. They also got this. This is on the bottom of the pack for you. She's beautiful, isn't she? I wish that my camera would do a nice, it should be. It's not doing very good with it. I might have to clean it. The Enchanter, the dream. I wish upon a star and my dreams come true. And straight up, when I saw dream, I'm like, oh, you've got to wish. You've got to start wishing for what you really want. What is it in this reality that you love? Because the universe is going to bring it to you. You know, it might not happen absolutely overnight, but it is absolutely going to be manifesting for you. So they want you to be clear and precise on what you want in your reality. What is it? It could be absolutely anything. Do not limit yourself anymore by the rules of what the world was in the past. Do not, you know, for me, expansion is everything. Telepathy, telekinesis, all of those sort of dream, connection to higher beings, having support from them, being in love with somebody that mirrors the true essence of who you are deep inside. They're really asking you to step up and become more of that. Beautiful. I really like that reading. That's really cool. So that's for you, Kylie South. Davison, I hope you didn't miss that one. Just let me know in the comments that you didn't miss it, because sometimes I'll go back to say here's a message and the person's gone and had a cup of tea themselves. Okay, so we have, who else do we have here? Genevieve, I will give you a message. So fabulous. Thank you. Wonderful, Kylie said. Yay. Yeah, go and dream. Dream big. Dream big. You found yourself, so now dream big. Okay, Genevieve, let's get a message for you. How are you going today? Okay, there's two cards I want to pull for you. One of these. Genevieve. Oh, I'm trying to tap into you, Genevieve. I'm feeling like maybe you're still in the void at the moment. But I'm only slowly getting out of that void. It's been a bit of a journey for me to get out of it too. Which is a beautiful place to be, because what you're doing is you're recreating yourself. There's a bit of a feeling though with you. Okay. Oh, and the card's not even going to pull for you. Okay, they're just telling me just pick one. Okay, this is the card that you got. I agree to respect myself for what I am. You're really coming back to who you are too. With self-respect and self-judgment ends, and the self-rejection ends too. With self-respect, my self-love grows stronger every day. And it's really, for me, I think what they're trying to say is accepting every part of yourself, the emotional part, the angry part, every part of yourself, of who you are as a whole of this journey, and to respect that, allow it and respect it, actually brings you more and more to self-love of who you are. And people start seeing that you're no longer going to get down on yourself when you say the wrong thing, when you do the wrong thing in their eyes. It doesn't matter about their eyes, though, does it? It matters about yours. You can walk away with your head held high and say, you know what, that's what I really needed to do that. And I'm pretty sure you would have seen through your life people who say even the wrong thing and they walk away with their head held high, and it almost shifts your perception of what they said to even the truth, even though you sort of know in your heart that they're not telling the truth. That's because they really respect themselves. Even though they're lying and they've got away with it, they actually really respect themselves. So there's something there for you to learn from them. But obviously we don't want to be lying to people. And that is definitely the old energy. But you can at least say the truth of who you are and what you're saying to other people, probably at workplaces and stuff like that. But it's at least respecting yourself, because you're walking away with that self-respect. And then they will start feeling that switch of, oh, this person has something very valuable to say, because they are supporting themselves in what they say. I think that that's one of the big lessons for you at the moment. And yeah, fiery. Whether you're angry about it or not, you know, whether you said it in the moment of anger, don't come down on yourself every time. Even if you did feel a little bit angry, embrace that fieriness of yourself and say to yourself, you know, it was meant to happen in the moment, and walk away with your head held high still. So yeah, I'm really getting that for you at the moment, Genevieve. So that's Genevieve. Kylie says, love the positivity, thank you. Okay, who else have we got here at the moment? Did I miss someone? Karen. Is Karen still here? And Saja. Kylie has been thinking about my mission work-wise today. Okay, work-wise for mission. Hi, Wendy. Okay, Karen. Just want to make sure you guys are still here, because I'm actually looking up the chat line for who is next, and sometimes people do come and go. So, Karen or Saja. I know she's told me how to say that before, and I told her I'll never remember. Karen, okay, let's go. Karen, I'm finally going to do my animal spirit guide cards for you. For some reason, they've been calling at me all morning. Message for Karen. Message for Karen. Oh, that just flew out. Ooh, it's a new one. I've not had this one before. Mind you, this is a pretty new pack, so... This is the card that you got, regeneration. Okay, this has got tiny writing on it. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So... what I'm getting from there is, you know, like a lizard, they could have their arm chopped off or whatever, and it can grow. Well, they can't actually have their arm chopped off. They can have their tail chopped off. Some actually can. There are different lizard beings out there that can actually grow different things back, but it's really saying it can grow certain things back that are on it. So what I'm getting from this is they're bringing me to a story when I did a vision quest, and I was on a bridge, and there was a little Pleiadian boy, and the bridge represented our corpus callosum, between the two hemispheres of our brain. And the boy was on the bridge, and there was these two dead fish that were coming up, which are representing the stories between our brains, our minds, the stories of what we are. And it was what this reality has reflected back to us. And he put his hand out, and there was a fish that was decomposing. The second fish was decomposing, just about completely, you know, not there. And when he put his hand out, the fish started growing these weeds and everything, and then it went underneath the bridge, and it became a different kind of a being. So I'm feeling from you that there's something that you're bringing back from some past thing that had happened, but you are bringing it back with a new source of awareness. You're bringing it into this reality as a better story than what it was. Say, for instance, if I'm going to give you an example, something left brain logical that was happening, say the school system. And the school system's pretty, and the left of it's only been teaching, us the logical side of things, the scientific side of things. You're bringing it in with that, plus with the imaginative, intuitive side. Now, that's just an example. So what they're showing me is that you've got something that you have learnt in your past. You're bringing it through, but you're also bringing it through with the magic of the right hand hemisphere, the intuitive, the imaginative side. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool that you can do that. That's what you can actually do. So one of your gifts is to regenerate or something from the past and bring it through as something better into the future. Just beautiful. Okay, so that was your message, Karen. We've also got Wendy. We've got Emmeline. I am terrible at remembering names. I feel so embarrassed when I do that because she has told me what that sounds like over and over and over again. Saya. Thank you, Saya. So embarrassing. Okay, Saya, I'm going to pick from this pack for you. Alice in Wonderland pack. So you want something to do with, I usually just pull whatever's going to come through, but we'll see what happens with the work. Your new work. Okay, so. And if anyone wants to have a full-on reading and everything, I do intuitive readings, psychic readings, and they are really bringing you into your true gifts, connecting you with all of the beings and stuff like that, your past, bringing that forward so that you can change it into something beautiful for you to recreate yourself and all those sort of yummy, yummy gifts. I do 30-minute readings and hour readings, and I think I've got a quick 15-20-minute one there as well. So just go on my website, www.coasttoanew-reality. I'll have that up on my Facebook every now and then. And, yeah, go and explore that anyway. Have a read about who I am. There's a couple of really beautiful testimonies up there now. Okay, so say. What's the lesson for say? Ah, my cards are not popping. Yeah, just as I said that, they popped. Well, a whole heap popped. Okay, so Saya, you've got a bit of a concern about what's happened in the past and feeling like you might have made a mistake. Okay, number one, there are no mistakes. If you feel like you've done something that you didn't feel happy with in the past, no mistake. It would have taught you something. It would have brought you into an awareness of what you don't want so that you know what you do want, so that you can come back more into what you do want. And also, this is interesting, okay. There's 3 cards that popped and it says, never jam today, promises never come to be, empty words, not living in the now. So you're too busy worrying about the past to bring yourself into the moment to really get the message that they're trying to say. And this card here, if you can read that, I'm not sure, message for a rabbit. Service to the animal world. That's really interesting. So, I mean, I'm thinking there's something that maybe if this is a pull for you to be working with animals, even if it's learning how to talk to them. I mean, I'm all about the new earth. So learning how to talk to them telepathically, bringing in a new kind of a job for reality to realize that there's people with these gifts. Yeah, that's interesting that you ask about your work, and it says work with animals. Like, interesting. Service the animal world. So whether that helps you on your path, we'll just leave that at that, because I was holding. She's like, and that's what. Okay, yeah, because I was holding. Maybe there's something that you can look into to do with animals, whether it's caring for them, going more into helping the animal world, shifting their oh, I just had a thought then, that they're sending me through. So connecting humanity back into the animal world in a way that we used to be connecting. Maybe that's why I brought up telepathy before as well, because we've really been severed from the animal world. We just think of them as almost byproducts, you know, like they're just food, or they're just things that live on the earth, but anything to do with us. But animals actually teach us. Every single animal that's on this planet is teaching us something about ourselves. I'm feeling that there's something new for you to bring up to do with that. Interesting that they brought up animals. I've just got to go with that. So that's what the message was for you. Maybe you can just look into it a bit more. Yeah, can't see anything more than that at the moment. Sorry. I'm actually a little bit distracted through that reading too, because my girls have just woken up. So I might have to go in a mode, because they'll be wanting to come upstairs. So sorry if I feel distracted a bit. Okay, so but Wendy. I'll just Wendy. Okay, I'll just get a quick Osho card for you, Wendy. Four. So I got the Nine of Swords, and I got the Four. So I'm seeing that there's something that you're letting go of the past that came to you, and you really can't be. It's like going over and over and over and over in your mind, and you just had enough. You've come to the point where you just can't handle it anymore. You're letting it go. Just go. And that's what they're asking you to do, because you've got to the point where it's just like, oh, frick, well, none of that's going to work for me. And the next card is the Fool, 0. So really just going, you know what? I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. I'm going to be me from now on. I don't care. I'm going to stand up and shine my light. I'm going to do what I need to do for me. I'm going to become the authentic self. If the rest of the world doesn't like it, too friggin' bad, I'm going to do it. And I just got to that point the beginning of this year. It was the reason why I'm doing these readings and coming forth with all these messages. So something brilliant is going to come your way, because you're actually going to step into absolutely 100% the authentic self that you are. Yep, you go with that. Go with it. You had enough, and do what you need to do. Okay, I really do have to leave it there. I'm so sorry, guys. My kids are rattling downstairs. They really want to come up. They won't come up until they're very respectful kids. They won't come up till I'm finished. So love you so much, guys. I will be back. I will be doing some more pick a card readings. Go on my line. Go on www.coast-to-a-new-reality. Yeah. Couple of readings there that I can do for you guys. Really good. I love doing it. I love connecting with you through Zoom, and enjoy doing those readings so much. So yeah, check it out. Love yous. Bye.